Hello everyone, I'll be speaking about language and identities and a brief analysis about everything that has to do with our research and furthermore trying to develop an hypothesis of what we have studied so far. First of all, I will say that it was interesting getting to know foreigners or people visiting Colombia with their own traditions and customs, but most of them didn't knew what was exactly a different our point of view in regards to identity. Rather, they had a different point of view of what identity was, but they all agreed that family has to do a lot of it regarding who you are or where you come from. But it was mostly about where do they came from, where do they come from, and they did mention or they did speak about uh, home being where they are mm, with their family, friends, colleagues, and so and such. Some of them mentioned that it doesn't matter where you go, you will always be at home wherever you are feeling comfortable with yourself and with the people that surrounds you. But it was actually not quite common getting to see people mentioning this. In fact, they have diverse opinions on what home may be. Identity it's not quite as taken into account as we do it here in Colombia, but actually, it's not thoughtful. It was like a brief conversation on what do they think identity was or what identity is right now, and well, they didn't mention something like a certain kind of language within their own language, being that most of them had already finished professional degree, but none of them mentioned something quite as uh, a difficulty while getting to express their ideas. Uh, well, they did have a problem with while expressing their ideas, but it was pretty much in regards to Spanish, as none of them spoke Spanish. They actually mentioned some mm, considerations like, could you help me with this or can you help me with that? But that was quite as much information as we could get from uh, foreigners visiting our country. Interculturality wise, I would say that it was amazing getting to know more people and their point of view, even though it was a really brief approach on what do they think about this or that, but everyone had something to say about um, identity and their own identity, even though it wasn't as quite as thoughtful as we would like that conversation to be. Some of them had their own questions, such as uh, is this like for a particular subject, or is it that you're making it as a research, or uh, is it going to get filmed? Well, things like brief things like what are you going to do with this material? Well, this is pretty much what we are doing, analyzing, getting to know more people, getting to know their thoughts about um, identity, language and identity, and getting to share with them the same multicultural uh, environment that every single city, every single country has become right now, because all of the countries right now, well, perhaps not suffer, but they actually um deal with a pluricultural and multicultural environment due to the globalization. Call it what you want, but we're living right now in a very complex society which shares a lot of stuff from different communities, and it is quite important in from my perspective. From my perspective, sorry, getting to acknowledge that we all share uh, a lot of things, but we also share a lot of differences in regards to culturality and identity. Thank you so much.